Well, the North Father is here one more time. We're going to talk about Tim Norman. As I said before, when I first started my YouTube blogs, I started off with Tim Norman. My first video I made got some good hits. That don't mean it's going to happen like that all the time. But getting back to the story, getting back to Tim Norman. First, I'd like to say rest in peace on Andre. Big shout outs to Miss Robbie. Shout out to Andre's mother. This is a big family thing that's going on right here. And the last thing you want to believe is family hurt family. So you go into the what ifs. What if he didn't do it? What if he did? It's hard to fathom. For each side, whether people know about it or not, know the story, know if he really did do it or if he really didn't do it, it's just hard to fathom. Because it's a rule. Family don't hurt family. Allegedly, there's phone records and there's conversations that was looking to be removed from the case. That's not going to be removed from the case. Whatever was said or heard, all of the above, is going to be admitted into the trial. A lot of things that was said looks like it's going to be determined what's going to be done. It's a situation that if you're not involved in something like this, thank God you're not. Family don't hurt family. I stated a few times I took a cross-country trip and we stopped off at Sweetie Pie's and we took food home at the branch of St. Louis. I think the first main store, the one that used to be on TV early a lot, the main one. And I tell you, I made it my business to stop there. I made it my business. Then we took 70, Interstate 70, all the way into we eventually hit 95, and we hit New York. And Interstate 70 is a well-known cross-country interstate. Take you from the East Coast to the West Coast and vice versa. Food was damn good. I brought Shorty a little something home. She wanted to microwave it. Nah. I even got mad. You don't microwave Miss Robbie's food, kid. Put it in the oven. You know what I mean? I brought home more than enough food. Why even have more? That's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? But the evidence that's being admitted in this case is crucial. Absolutely crucial as to whether this young man, Tim Norman, will ever walk out of a prison again in his life. And the conversations went allegedly to the other suspects that's involved in this case. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look good. But then again, It didn't look good for OJ neither. See, in these high-profile cases, sometimes a lot of money be floated around. A lot of money be floated around, Jack. And sometimes you think, see, I never been involved in a high-profile case. Thank goodness, you know what I mean? But you don't know what money can do, and you never know what money won't do. Please like and subscribe to my page. This is heating up. This is really heating up. You know what I mean? Miss Robbie has been through a lot. She lost Tim father. She lost her oldest son. She lost Tim for 10 years in prison. And the feds are trying to see to it that she loses him for the rest of their lives, him and hers. And she lost her grandson, who the mother sent to her so he can learn the ways of the Montgomery family and, you know, become a better person as he finished high school. Just to name a few things that he accomplished. He learned how to work. He wasn't on the street selling drugs. Miss Robbie took him off the streets. Then came the rumor of the $200,000, which ultimately cost him his life. Good God Almighty. Then there's a life insurance policy that was taken out on him. That was worth a lot of money. Some hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know? And when you get the feds involved in the case, man, the feds usually don't strike until they're ready to strike. The feds will let you build the case up. They'll let you admit to stuff you done and did. They'll follow you, watch you do things. They build a case on you. If you look at people like John Gotti, Sammy the Bull, they was incriminating themselves a lot of times on the phones, in places like their cars, offices, people taping them, wiretap. They was incriminating themselves a lot. But the feds let them keep going on and on and on until they got what they really, truly wanted. And they put everything together and they pounced. So when they got Gotti that last time, it wasn't nothing he can do because there was so much that was said. Like, you were like, oh my God, oh, they got that too. Oh, man, oh. The feds ain't no joke. And that's who's involved in this case. The feds play for keeps. They don't play for 1 or 2 years unless you a star witness, a.k.a. a snitch. When Gotti made that last confession against himself without him even knowing it in that old person's apartment, they already had stuff on him. But Sammy the Bull wasn't there that day. Miraculously, he wasn't there. See, the feds will come to you in at least suspected places. Listen, we got you already. But we don't really want you. We want him. So we want you to wear this wire and you do this and that. They approached Gotti with that once. Gotti was true to the game. Gotti not a rat. So they was gonna bring Gotti down. Listen, you'll do about 5 years the most. You might do 3 years, but we want this one and that one. When he didn't do it, See, they wanted him anyway, but they wanted to see if he was going to do it. When he didn't do it, obviously they went to somebody else. Listen, we got you already. You can go away forever. If you do this and that, we'll pull some strings for you. And the person they probably got to do it wound up doing a little bit of time while the rest of them died in jail. That's what the feds do. The feds play for keeps. They only need one to turn against the others, and they'll reward that one with a little bit of jail time. He'll come home from jail, think he's untouchable, get caught up in something else, then he got to do 20 years, and he like, damn. But you do them for all the times that you should have done it, and you're lucky you only got 20. That's what happened to Sammy the Bull with the ecstasy ring after John Gotti was in jail and everything else. So Tim Norman had the feds on his back, and believe me, the feds had to be looking at him already from the time Oprah pulled the plug on that show, from the time when they started opening up other food chains across the country, California, Mississippi, from the time when Tim was on YouTube saying how his baby moms, when he went into the when he took his son home, he thought it was the feds waiting for him in the house, but they served him with child support or whatever. The feds was looking at him for years. As soon as that young man got killed, people started talking, because people that was directly involved in their lives, whether it was Andre family or whoever, somebody already knew. And then when Tim came back to town, allegedly that he had something to do with it, people started talking immediately. But the feds took their time with it. It took a couple of years. They took their time with it. And when they was ready to pounce, they pounced. Please like and subscribe to my page. This is the Nar Father right here. I'm going to look into this a little bit more. God bless everybody involved. Say a prayer. Miss Robbie, Miss Montgomery, Andre's mom. That's what I'm talking about. As well as Miss Robbie, I'm praying for both of y'all, because y'all sons and their lives is directly involved in this here. You know, mothers having to bury their sons, as both mothers did, and Miss Robbie might lose another son in jail for the rest of his life and the rest of her life. Like she said, she's with him. She gonna do this bid with him as long as she could, God willing. The Nar Father's here. I'm out. God bless both women. I wish nothing for the best for the both of y'all. And I'm out. Peace.